All right, here we go. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Doing it.
Again.
Doing it. Doing it around.
It's weird to, unbeknownst to the listener, we're recording at like 5 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. It is
It's
a little
odd.
odd for us. I'm not mad at it, though.
Me neither, because I kind of like, because sometimes I feel like recording in the early afternoon, I
we don't get
have to
anything
rush
done.
to get shit done that morning,
Yeah. Yeah.
And this morning I'm just like, cool, I can go to the store and clean the house and cook a bunch of food and eat lunch. And
I know I got a bunch of stuff done around, starting to work on the basement again because I want to make some changes for podcasting and, more video content and streaming stuff as well.
Yeah.
And welcome to Poor Decisions.
Welcome to Poor Decisions, a podcast in progress. I'm Connor.
Always in progress, and I'm Brian. So
thanks for tuning in.
We already got a beer poured, but we haven't gotten into it yet.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
So this one's 41 Hefe'n.
It is a 5.1%. I'm assuming a Hef beer.
I'm gonna guess from Banter Brewing
From
Company.
Banter. Looks like they're out of somewhere in Missouri.
I feel like it was down south.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It just gives a a colored image of southwestern Missouri.
It was probably Springfield area then. I mean, I took a big drink of that one because it's been a hectic day.
Oh, yeah, that's a Hef.
And I had one earlier. I had one of the old, we still had a Bavarian Kittens. So I drank that one.
Yeah. I had one of our low-fill Lucents earlier when I was doing stuff around the house.
Yeah. I got a little bit of everything now.
Yeah.
It was fun. Brian was talking about it. He's like, I'm thinking about taking another one home. I'm like, there's not much back there. He's like,
yeah,
well, then
we're
I won't take
almost
anything.
out.
He's like, well, then I won't take anything. I'm like, no, please do.
Please do. We need the room.
He's like, well, I probably shouldn't take the Weebit because I had a bad experience with the Weebit.
Yeah, he told me about that with rainbow goldfish or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
He drank a whole 4-pack of it.
Oh yeah, that'll make you feel like shit.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, he's like, well, I don't like IPAs. I'm like, well, the Lucent's not an IPA; it's a pale ale.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll try it. He's like, I'll just take one. I'm like, okay.
No, this is solid for a Hef, man. I like Hefs.
I feel like we've had this one for a little bit.
Let's see. The 417 area is known for its cashew chicken.
Oh yeah, that's
Route 66, and now Hefeweizen.
That's
This
definitely
Hefeweizen will
Springfield
have
area.
your taste buds dancing. The sweet beer is a fruity delight with hints of banana and clove that will be a refreshing sip every time. Taste the 4 Hefe'n.
Yeah, 417 is definitely Springfield area.
Okay.
That one might be like Nixa or something like that.
That's tasty.
Yeah, no, it's
Tastes like a Hef.
I don't know. We've had a couple of their other beers.
Banana and clove, right on the nose.
Yeah. All right.
So what are we getting into, man? So we're recording this. It is Election Day Eve.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care.
I'm trying not to care so much about it. I hope one person doesn't win. We don't talk about politics on this podcast, but I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah, and I just, again, it's just, I'm just torn on all of it because it's like, I really don't gravitate towards either side, honestly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, how am I supposed to vote? Because
I mean, if she's saying that she's going to legalize recreational marijuana like that, if she can do that, that's fucking huge.
But she was also saying that she's going to try and make housing more affordable.
Yeah.
And my I saw a commercial the other night, and it was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and my question was, how?
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is, man. It's all talk until you actually can get it done.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. That's that. That's all we're talking about.
Something more serious.
Well, I know we're recording this on the 4th of November. We're releasing it on the 22nd.
I think that's what we said, yeah.
Yeah. So coming off of another gut-wrenching Bears loss, 29-9, no touchdown scored. Matt Eberflus is 0-17 on the road on Sunday games in 3 years in his 10 years as head coach of the Chicago Bears, and he still has a job. And they just fired the head coach for the Saints today.
I know.
After a 7-game skid.
Yeah. Which is insane because they started off so strong.
Yeah.
Too.
So, dude, this franchise is a fucking joke, man.
I mean,
they started strong, and then like they have the hardest strength of schedule for the rest of the season, and then the fucking Lions just destroyed the Packers at home in Lambeau.
Yeah.
And I think like there's no way like the Bears have to play them twice.
Like that game wasn't even close.
No, they have to play all their NFC North opponents twice for the rest of the season. There's no fucking chance they're going to win any of those games at this point.
Yeah, and I there's an update from the that one TikTok guy.
The yards
let me
for.
See if I can pull it up real quick. I think I had it saved.
Oh, I'm sure Tory Taylor is now winning after yesterday.
Not yet. So yeah, it says the Bears offense, and he does have it updated for week 9. So let me see if I can speed this up. So yeah, his total yardage. So if we haven't talked about this before,
I don't think we have on the podcast.
So
no.
Caleb Williams literally sent a text message to the punter after they drafted him. Says, "Hey man, you're not gonna have to punt much." So this one TikTok guy, he is taking it upon himself to
keep track of punt yards versus offensive yards.
Yes,
or just Caleb Williams yards.
He's
or
doing
offensive.
both.
Okay,
he's doing punt yardage and then offensive yardage, and then comparing it to
Caleb
Williams yardage as well.
Yeah,
because obviously offensive it can include rushing, wide receivers, right?
Yeah,
doing whatever. So after week 9, the punter, what's his name?
Tory Taylor.
Tory Taylor has 1,818 yards.
Wow.
And the offense as a whole has 2,357.
Hey, okay.
So
500 more. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's solid, right?
But there's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
Catch up.
Yes. So let me speed this up just a little bit. I said speed up. So do you want to guess what Caleb Williams' total yardage is?
I'm going to go for
more than the punter.
You said the punter was 18 something?
1818.
I'm going to say like 1885.
You were one yard off.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was 1886.
Oh, no way.
That was damn good.
Wow.
Good
wow,
pull, sir.
Damn. Yikes. Well, he's a rookie. I guess, there's that.
Who,
so
Caleb
by the time this
or the
episode,
punter?
both.
Yes.
By the time this episode comes out, hopefully they'll have won a game.
Uh-huh.
Just one more, please.
For the whole season?
Yeah.
You'll be satisfied with one more for the whole season?
And if that one game is against the Packers, then I'm happy. But the season's still a loss. They need to fire the head coach. They need to fire the fucking offensive coordinator. It sucks.
Yeah.
They're a shit show. Here I am.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is going to become the new Alex Smith of the league.
Oh, man. Yikes. That guy. I just, woof.
Yeah.
Anyway, something positive. What are we talking about positive today?
So I was actually going to come back over. We got some fan mail updates.
Fan mail.
Too. So Chad, he fell a little bit behind, and so he
playing catch up.
He was playing catch up, yeah. Including he watched the YouTube video too.
Oh, nice! Thank you, Chad.
If you haven't watched our pumpkin video on YouTube,
please do. It was excruciating.
Yes, it absolutely was. And so he said he's just catching up on the episodes. He was listening on the second. He was listening to the 38. And he says you guys are talking about people not taking care of things that they borrow from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, that's definitely frustrating. You can sympathize with us. And then he's like, I'm going to probably send a few more messages as I try to catch up on all these episodes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like, go for it. It says...
We love reading them.
He was still on episode 38, but got distracted. You guys are talking about having a dial-up noise, and I think that would be funny. And so apparently we didn't have it on 38, but we had it on...
We had it on the last
I know
two.
We had it on... I think I tried it on 40, but I know I had it on 41 and 42.
We had it on the last two that we recorded.
Yeah.
We used it.
So just...
Dead air.
You'll see it, sir. You'll hear it.
You'll hear it. He can't see it. Come on, Bryan. That's
Sorry,
mean.
I wasn't trying to be mean. I mean, plus it's a podcast anyway. It's not like anybody sees it anyway.
That's
right?
fair.
And then so he got up to 39, and he was just saying, "Hey, thank you for that crowler."
Was
we
it
ran
the
out. Appetite?
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, because we ran out of it Thursday night.
Yeah, Dorothy got it.
Yeah,
way to go, Dorothy.
That's like 5 or 6 for her.
Yeah, she's
the next closest to 10.
Yeah, well, outside of Carlson. Or
Well,
Clarkson. Carlson.
He's over 10 now, though.
Right.
Technically, he fell into 11. He was going to try and stop when he got to 10, and then, like, literally the next week, fell into number 11.
Whoops.
Whoopsies. And then on his last one, he says, he just finished watching the pumpkin YouTube video. Some of them sounded interesting, but sounded like some not good ones at all.
Very true, sir.
Yes.
Very true.
There was definitely a couple. And I feel like I probably, somebody was asking us about that over the weekend. And I was like, I don't even remember what we rated anything.
Neither do I, dude. It was a
Really?
fucking blur.
It's like, I feel like, almost like we do need like a chart of like, oh, yeah, our favorite one was this one.
Yeah. Because we just went based on what we, rated the highest.
Yeah. And the only one that we could really remember was the one that we hated the most.
Yeah, the
which
Atomic
was
Pumpkin.
The Atomic Pumpkin one.
Yeah. Who was it that at the brewery over the weekend that said they enjoyed that?
I think that was Stephanie.
It was Stephanie.
Runner Stephanie.
Yeah. God, that beer is terrible.
Yeah. But he says he's only had one type of pumpkin beer this year, and it was from Last Flight.
Oh, okay.
Which I think I still need to release that video. Yeah, I think that's the next video that we'll release.
Yeah.
It'll already be out by the time that this podcast comes
airs. Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently his wife Sam, it's her favorite type of beer. Is
Pumpkin beers?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, each their own.
So I mean, like if you're gonna be in town sometime soon, like I got still another Nitro from Left Hand, and then I got another.
I remember really wanting to like that beer.
Kitten, yeah, that Nitro one.
Because it's Nitro.
It smelled great.
Yeah.
It looked great.
It just like kind of fell flat,
eh. So I don't know why it fell so flat.
Yeah.
But I know I still have a can of the one of the Fat Orange Cat ones too.
Oh yeah.
And then I think it's the latte one. And then for some reason I have a can of the pumpkin spice cider as well.
That's actually not bad.
It's not.
It really doesn't taste. It just tastes like spiced cider, And I'm not like a big cider person, but it's enjoyable.
No, and I definitely enjoy ciders, and I've definitely done the ciders in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't want to say more frequently, but it's a nice like reset.
Yeah, it's a nice palate reset when you're
because like I start getting we start getting palate fatigue.
Yeah, from all the malty shit earlier in the year.
I will go and do whiskey or ciders.
Yeah.
Or, something else just to kind of
change it up a bit.
Change it up. And help reset my palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the movie we watched last night with the Zonies.
Oh, you switching over to Sundays on that now?
Switching over to Sundays.
Nice.
Oh my God, this may have been the dumbest movie that we've watched. And
hold on a second. Thank you, Chad, for those messages. Make sure everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Chad.
You can send us messages on Buzzsprout or on. I know I pay attention to them for the most part.
I get the emails. I try to read them whenever I get them.
Yeah, and I know I pay attention to them on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about Apple. I should probably look into that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But we appreciate the fan mail, and we'll always shout you out, and we'll always read it.
Absolutely. Just make sure you tell us who you are. At least to start off with. So what I've noticed is Chad's it does separate it out into individual numbers.
Yeah.
So Chad's I have figured out now. And then anybody else who starts messaging us through that one, because then we've gotten messages on Spotify before.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And luckily it tells us who it is on there because it's not going off of a phone number.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But anyway.
So we're switching over to Sundays because of Geena's starting classes as of today. Evening classes for massage therapy. Super exciting. 6-month course, and then she'll start contract. I think it's like a year and a half contract at a massage therapy or what's it fucking called? Massage Envy.
Envy, yeah.
So we switched over to Sundays, and I think last night was the dumbest movie that we exposed Geena to. Biodome.
Oh, I love Biodome.
Even I was just like, this is fucking dumb.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it once.
Oh, I've watched it multiple times.
I've seen it once.
Free mahi mahi.
It was just like classic Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah.
Like, God, moments I'm just like, wow, I'm losing brain cells, like actively losing brain cells watching this.
I love that movie.
It had its funny moments. It really did.
Rocket scientist? Yes. I am. Oh, well, fun.
No, there were some legit funny moments, but it was just like it just seemed like God. Wow, what a movie. What a movie.
Yeah, I really enjoy.
And apparently Steve was saying that there's like a sign somewhere in Phoenix that will like direct you towards Biodome 2.
Fantastic. Yeah. I remember the bear. I am God. I am God. No, I am God.
And then he fucking eats it.
And then he eats the parrot.
Yeah.
Yes.
God. Now there's legit 90s funny moments in there.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I was just like, wow, this was a choice, because the stipulation was we watch that, and then there's a slasher Thanksgiving movie, and it's just called Thanksgiving. So we're gonna watch that the week of Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Because Steve and I wanted to watch something dumb.
Yeah.
And the girls wanted to watch Thanksgiving, and we're just like, compromise. We'll watch something dumb tonight.
I feel like a good horror Thanksgiving movie would be like The Gobbler.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
That sounds very suggestive.
It should be.
Sounds more like
I think I downloaded the wrong Gobbler.
So yeah, that was a movie. That was
the
a movie.
Biodome?
Yep.
I like Biodome.
Well, and it was either that or we're just like, Biodome or Encino Man. I'm just like, they're both kind of dumb. Let's.
Yeah. I feel like Biodome is dumber than
Oh,
Encino
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Encino Man has at least a little bit more seriousness to it, I guess.
Well, and towards Biodome, like the end, they're like, oh, we have to make this a nice place for the sake of the
Earth Day.
Yeah,
when they reopen on Earth Day.
Yeah.
Making a filter, making a filter, making a filter.
With the cigarette butts.
Yes. He's like,
at least you got all the cigarette butts.
At least you cleaned them all up. It's funny.
I mean, yeah, some good moments that, like, if Geena can laugh at something stupid like that.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm just like, okay, this is a good choice. Like, this is good.
That's a good one though for her to watch.
Oh yeah, because we kind of got away from the whole thing. It started out as like watching stupid 90s and 2000s comedies.
You know, it'd be a good one then to follow up from that. Also, Pauly Shore, Son-in-Law.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, and that's a Thanksgiving.
It is
a movie.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
Maybe that should be.
Maybe it's just going to be Pauly Shore month up until Thanksgiving, and
in
then we
the
watch
army now.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Who was I talking to? Was it you, or I was talking to somebody about 12 Angry Men?
I mean, I've seen it.
Maybe
I've seen it a couple times
at the bar. So a really famous movie.
It's a great movie.
12 Angry Men.
Yeah.
Well, they remade it.
With Pauly Shore,
kind of. Well, they did another remake with it was one of the guys, not Walter Matthau from Grumpy Old Men, but the other guy. I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah.
But he was part of it, of the remake, so they did it in color, right? But then there's another movie with Pauly Shore called Jury Duty. I feel like it's a satirical version of 12 Angry Men.
Oh, really?
Because there's a lot of like if you just kind of watch it for what the plot actually is.
Man, how many movies did Pauly Shore make in the 90s?
All of them?
Like, goddamn. I feel like there's at least one movie a year that Pauly Shore was in, because, I mean, Biodome only came out in 96.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, damn, that
you
feels
know who makes
late.
a cameo in Biodome?
Let's see.
Been there on the quad. A little well-known band.
Oh, yeah, it was...
KG.
Oh, fuck. I'm...
Tenacious D.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Because it panned to that scene when they're all like, giving a massage
in the quad,
half circle in the quad. And I'm just like, I swear to God, I'm hearing Jack Black's voice right now.
And you were.
And then they it panned to a very young Jack Black
yes.
and Kyle Gass. And Gina's like, is that Jack Black? I'm like, yeah, that's Jack Black
really?
like 30 years ago.
In 96. Well, they probably filmed it in 95, but whatever.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like I said, I've only seen that movie once.
Yeah.
And I was probably like, I don't know, 12 or something. Like,
So and
Probably
that's the
too
weird thing.
high to
And
remember
that's
it
where
too.
I think like obviously the age difference is because like I'm because you just turned
34.
34 and I just turned 42.
Yeah.
It's like I'm 8 years older than you. So
Yeah.
like in '96, like I was
14.
14. So I was in between middle school. And
And high
school.
school. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just like in between 8th and 9th grade, or depending on where I was at. I was either in 8th or 9th grade at that time. But I'm like, that was the type of stuff I watched pretty frequently at
Which
that time.
which cracks me up knowing how you've never smoked marijuana, and I'm just like, this is a stoner movie.
Oh, the amount of like my ex actually made a comment about that. Like I was watching, I watch a bunch of stoner stuff, and she's like, "You've never done anything. Why do you watch this stuff?" I'm like,
it's not inherently a stoner movie, but when they start like they grow the marijuana,
yeah,
and then just how like Stephen Baldwin and Pauly Shore act. I'm like, these guys are stoners, like they're skeevy stoners.
yeah, and like I, watch it like Half Baked and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
like yeah, I've never done anything, but it's one of those things that helps me shut my brain off.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just relax, and that's kind of where I kind of take that idea from. Is just like, yeah, like
stupid comedies, man. It's the best way to do it. I'm telling you.
Because then you got, like Dirty Deeds, you got Half Baked,
Dirty Deeds or Dirty Work?
Dirty Work.
Dirty
yeah,
Work.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm like, Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap?
Yes. Sorry. Dirty Work. And they end up playing that song.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah.
I'm like, I've never seen so many hookers. Lord knows I have. But it makes Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
God, what else? Like, there's a whole bunch of others.
How High?
How High? Exactly.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
And that was kind of, I think, like I love like a lot of people. That was a lot of people's first introduction to Rammstein. I'm like, I already knew that. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what song that is? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I already knew.
Yeah.
Like, where have you been at?
That's a great scene.
do 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 do. And he's just like takes a smoke, blows it in his face, and he's like, put to the beat. He just like keeps putting his hand in front of the guy's mouth, and like pulls back.
Study high, take the test high, get high
high
grades. Or high scores. All right, so we're on to I'm just gonna press a button because
yeah.
How about a beer?
Yes,
we're into it.
Yeah, I went ahead and poured it. Here, I'll let you read that one because that's one of those things.
Braupakt, I do believe.
Sure, it's a blonde ale from
Weihenstephaner. Yeah.
That was convincing, and that's a W as well.
Yeah, but it's pronounced a V. It's a V.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, W's are pronounced V's in German. Weihenstephaner. I think, Weihenstephaner, I do believe.
There you go. Like, I would have completely butchered that. But it's St. Bernardus Watu?
It's a collaboration.
Yep. So a Weihenstephaner and St. Bernardus collaboration. It's just a blonde ale, though.
Just a blonde ale. It's a good beer. We had it at the brewery.
Yeah, we had it at the brewery, but,
As a little tasty taste.
obviously we didn't, get into it. It's an 11.2 ounce bottle, or 330 milliliters.
Those crazy Europeans.
6.5%.
Nice.
Those crazy Europeans. All
Those
right.
crazy Germans. And I don't
Those
speak
crazy-
freaky dicky Dutch.
Don't speak freaky deaky Dutch.
Well,
right.
cheers.
Cheers, sir. All right. Got good.
Yeah.
I like the smell. It's subtle.
Because I only had maybe 2 ounces of this when Nolan poured it out for us when what's his name? That brings in the ciders on Fridays from Breakthrough.
Oh, yeah. Is it Aaron?
Yeah, it's Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Aaron for this beer. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he listens, but give him a shout out.
Not yet. Right. That's solid.
Yeah, that's damn good.
All right. I mean, it's going to go quick just because
Yeah, it is because it was only
11.2 ounces.
Yeah.
You gypped me 0.8 ounces.
Got 5.6 ounces of beer here. What am I? Some sort of?
What am I, a child?
What am I? European?
What am I, trying to be healthy? Ugh, jeez. Nonsense.
That's gross. Get it out of here.
All right, let me pull up. I got to pull up. Hold on. I've been saving a bunch of stuff on my phone. Now I just got to figure out where it is.
Oh, I had something saved that I was gonna.
Here we go.
I feel like I need to just like start bringing my laptop.
Yeah.
And because there's so many, there's so much shit I have saved.
Yeah, and at some point,
like talking points.
I
you
want
know,
to try and have a better setup, so you could plug in, and you could have a screen.
Yeah.
And maybe we have an extra screen that we can share.
Yeah.
Too, so we can see.
I mean, shit. As long as I just have like something right here, I could just like.
Yeah. All right, so.
Oh, so what are we talking about
Getting into
here?
Batman.
All right.
Because we can't go an episode without talking about
We sure
Batman.
can't.
I mean, could we? Yes.
Do we
Can
want to eat?
Do we want to?
eat? What did I
No.
just say? I don't even know what I just said there.
Nonsense.
All right, let's go.
So I came across an article. I haven't even read this yet. I'm like, sometimes I come across these articles and I just save them. And so this one is all 29 Batman, the animated series villains ranked. All right.
Gee, I wonder who number one is.
so,
Clayface.
Scary Face. It's going to be, what was it? Firefly. The one that's not even on there. All right. Anyway, not getting into too much of depth as for the intro part.
Yeah.
Because we got 29 people to come through. 29 is Baby Doll was just weird. I remember this.
I remember that one too.
Yeah, she was a little kind of creepy. I feel like they were almost trying to do like a toned down version of the dummy.
Yeah.
But make her more violent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was that horror movie recently that came out about like a
probably Annabelle?
Yes. Or no, was it that, or it was like some weird creepy doll?
I always say Annabelle, but it's actually
it's a one name movie with a girl's name.
Not Emma. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people probably listening like, you dumb motherfuckers.
It's this name.
Yeah. Obviously I haven't watched it. So yeah, Baby Doll debuted. I think she was only in like one episode.
So. Yeah. Her gimmick: a grown woman trapped in a child's body.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a weird gimmick. It's creepy. Yeah,
it really was. 28 was
Count Vertigo.
So, and I don't even remember that one.
Neither do I. Well, his abilities were intriguing. What did it say?
Says, and it actually underneath the name it says only appeared in Batman Season 2, Episode 11. Vertigo only appeared in Season 1, Episode 50.
God, I need to go back and watch this shit.
I just need to buy it. Then you got 27 is Locked Up, lacked any nuance. Only appeared in one episode.
His name is Lockup?
Yeah.
That's
no idea who that is.
Let's see. Introduce Lockup, former Arkham Asylum guard who turned vigilante, imprisoning anyone he deemed corrupt.
I vaguely remember that now.
The character lacked nuance and complexity over other villains. Black and white worldview made him a one-note antagonist. Sounds about right.
Then you got the Terrible Trio.
Those look like the fighting shark. What was it? What were it was like a cartoon
Shark
about
Attack or not Shark? I know what you're talking about, but I'm blanking on the name.
Me too.
For some reason, I keep wanting to go to.
I just want to be like shark people, but I'm just like riffing off of
Biker Mice from Mars. That was a good show.
That was a good show.
So no idea. They only appeared in one episode as well.
So it's for reference, it's three hooded fellows, one as a shark, one as a fox, and the other as some sort of bird.
Falcon or something.
Falcon bird.
Looks
sad.
It's got a red head.
It looks sad.
Yeah. Lloyd Ventex. I remember
this one.
Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I do remember this one.
I feel like that one kind of creeped me out a bit.
It did. It was creepy because it's the idea.
Because it looks like skin. It just looks like liquid skin.
Well, that was after he got stuff thrown on him.
Yeah.
Because that's how Batman figured out how to beat him, was he just
threw stuff on him.
Threw a gelatin thing on him.
Yeah. What could you imagine if he threw poop on him or something?
And Clock King. I vaguely remember Clock King.
I remember Clock King.
Yeah, he was kind of weird, creepy. I think too. Wasn't given much development beyond his
gimmick. Yeah. Of course. I mean, I like how it's his motivation, revenge for personal grievance. Isn't that all of them?
Yeah. This one is always funny, and I feel like it should be higher than what it is.
Oh, Condiment King. Absolutely.
On.
Yeah. I mean, look at him. He's got ketchup and a mustard gun.
Condiment King even made an appearance in the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, he did. And he's got a pickle head, like he's wearing a pickle mask or something.
Red Claw. I feel like Red Claw, they were just trying to do a spin-off of Talia.
But I definitely had a crush on her as a kid.
Red Claw.
Oh, for sure. Look at her.
Well, the same like Talia.
Yeah.
When and like
It's that white streak in the black hair.
Yeah, and it was Talia, which is the daughter
of Raj Al Ghul. Yeah. The Cat and the Claw.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Let's see. Morgan, what does it say? Red Claw lacked the depth and complexity of other villains. Her motivations were fairly standard: global domination and wealth.
She was a terrorist leader.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't everyone want to dominate like the globe? Like
everybody wants to
rule the world. And then Pinky and the Brain. What are we gonna do tonight, Brain?
Same thing. Actually, Jin
tried to take over the world.
Jin did that the other night. She's like when when I got done working, she's like, "What are we gonna do tonight?" And I'm like, "Same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world." She's like, she's just like, "Okay."
Yeah, of course. Hello.
Nerf. Then you got Maxie Zeus.
That's a stupid name.
He was basically just trying to be
Zeus.
Yeah. Hugo String, I feel like that's way underrated for Hugo.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe
I mean,
based, again, it's based off of animated series.
Yeah, because in the canon of Batman, like, he makes appearances.
Oh, yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
The aspect, because even in...
not to be confused with Doctor Strange.
Yeah. No.
From the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, we're, or Slade Wilson versus Wade Wilson.
Yeah. A blatant ripoff.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, one's clearly better than the other, but yeah. But Hugo, because I think Hugo's big in the Arkham Asylum video game series.
Yeah, yeah.
Killer Croc, you got Killer Croc at 19.
Wow.
There's got to be some, who I haven't seen, is the Doll Maker yet.
Yeah. And you're going to put them above Killer Croc?
Yeah.
Killer Croc, once again, going back to the Arkham games, he was fucking frightening in those games.
Yeah, and it just says, first appeared in Batman, Season 1, Episode 23.
What are they? What's the blurb?
Blurb.
Featured in several episodes, his character was more of a brutish thug with a tragic past.
Yeah.
Rather than the terrifying cannibalistic monster he's often portrayed as in the comics.
I mean, yeah, even in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his appearance is left to be desired. He's just like a gray, lumpy-looking man.
Yeah. It was almost like a dumbed-down, I don't want to say Clayface, but it was almost like a dumbed-down Clayface. He just didn't have the morphing ability.
Yeah.
Then you got Roland Daggett, which I vaguely remember this guy. And yeah, it says
he's just a small part fucking...
He was...
Yeah.
It says first appeared on, and obviously he did a couple episodes, but is he who became Clayface? But it says it was essentially Gotham's version of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Again, kind of, it's weird that he was higher than Killer Croc. But then, we're starting to get into some more...
The Mad Hatter was that's a
names.
Creepy motherfucker.
Mad Hatter absolutely was creepy, and I think he only appeared in one episode.
It was his grin, just like that toothy, all top tooth grin.
Yeah, well, to me, he's like a Kmart version of the Riddler, though.
Yeah, yeah.
If you to me anyway.
And it says here his fixation on women made him surprisingly dark. Yeah, he was a creep.
Yeah, I mean, granted, his main fixation was just the one Alice.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, and this is really surprising because the amount of episodes that he was in,
coming in at number 16 is the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Wow.
And he was great in animated series.
It says he's more of an annoyance in Batman.
Well, yeah. He's always an annoyance.
Despite being one of the greatest Batman villains ever, he largely fell flat in the animated series. Often leaned too far into the novelty of being a
prankster.
Yeah.
Or Joker.
Such as the video game theme.
Yeah.
But and then what's funny is I've read people say that they hate the Riddler in the Batman movie.
Yeah,
they think he's too menacing.
And we talked about this, I think, in one of the last couple episodes.
Yeah,
where we talked about where he was much more a criminal mastermind type of person.
Yeah, and not so much like a hey, can you solve this puzzle, Batman?
Trickster type of person.
Yeah.
If you don't figure this, it was pretty much Saw.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
Yeah,
where
he was
he's
like,
would you like to play a game?
You want to play a game?
Like, you finish. Okay, Sean Connery.
Welcome
you,
to the
you
Rock.
finish this puzzle and you get to live. Rupert Thorne. I remember him, but like I feel like he was just mostly a gangster.
He was just a gangster. Yeah.
Like I don't know how he would be and he's not even like the gangster that you hear of
No.
in the most of the canon that is Batman, right? Where
Yeah.
it's Falcone,
Yeah.
right?
Because he was I don't know if he was even part of the Falcone family. I think he was just another
This is
mobster type.
Thorne's understated menace and political influence made him a compelling antagonist. Wait, here we go.
He was an amalgamation of several different mobster archetypes from the comics, including a corrupt politician named Thorne, Salvatore Maroni, and Carmine Falcone.
So, like, that basically means that, like, they never had any of these people that were in the comics
Yeah.
as a part of the animated series.
Yeah, so they just like, fuck it. Just make a big fat guy and call him that.
And then here we go. Now we're getting into some more.
Yeah.
Number 14, Talia al Ghul.
Also had a crush on her when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, as did I. I mean, as did probably a lot of boys.
Yeah, 100%.
When, you start watching shows and stuff and you start getting interested in girls and you're still watching a lot of animated stuff.
And you're just like,
right?
oh, shit, she's hot.
Yeah. And then you got Roz.
Yeah.
Which I feel like he should probably be higher, but I feel like
Yeah.
they didn't really go into too much depth for him.
Yeah.
On the animated series.
He did give me the creepy jeebies, though.
Oh,
you know.
And as he is.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, number 12, we're getting Poison Ivy.
I think I just like had a crush on all the female villains in this show.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's just what as we're looking through this, I'm just like, yeah, I thought she was hot too.
Yeah. And I think they did a great job of just giving them
Their space to
be
a villain.
Good features.
Yeah.
That where it's not like, well, we want, what we could really use is somebody just that's, fugly.
Yeah.
And that's why she's a villain. It's because nobody ever liked her.
Yeah. And I don't, it says Poison Ivy was cool, but a bit underwhelming. I feel like I disagree with that. I thought that like her first episode with Batman,
she was a formidable.
Yeah.
I feel like,
I mean, for fuck's sake, man, she controls plants.
Yeah. And then again, like we're not reading every blurb or the entire article to you guys. We're just kind of going over and giving our opinion based off of the rankings, right? 11 was Bane, which in here, Bane, in the animated series, Bane was he was a
bad dude.
They didn't make him out to be as smart as he is, like in the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he
or
had
in the
a little bit
in the Dark Knight.
It was more of a brute strength type of thing.
Yeah.
But in the Dark Knight, like they made him who.
Or I guess not the Dark Knight, but what is it? It's the third one, right?
Yes, because it was Batman Begins, then Dark Knight, then I can't remember.
Neither can I. I should know this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're failing as Batman.
Yeah,
fans.
sorry guys.
All right. Anyway, moving on. All right, now we're going to start getting into the top 10, and this is where
this one was creepy too.
But the ventriloquist,
yeah,
and this is what I was talking about. Like I said, doll maker, but I was meaning ventriloquist.
Yeah.
But then the dummy was it was.
He was in charge.
He was in charge, yes, but he was more like the Falcone, if you will.
Yeah.
Of that whole thing, having the cigar and the Tommy gun and whatnot. And
God damn it, I need to renew my Max account. I need to watch this show again, man.
I need to go back and watch it too. And it was funny because the ventriloquist really was just kind of like this lackey.
Yeah.
Even though he was controlling the dummy.
Yeah.
And it was definitely
what did they say
weird.
about
the ventriloquist and his puppet Scarface? First appeared in Batman Read My Lips, where the timid Arnold Wesker was controlled by his gangster persona Scarface. This duality was perfect for the psychological exploration that Batman excelled at. The contrast between Wesker's meek personality, like I said, he was
a bitch boy. Yeah,
and Scarface's ruthlessness created a compelling.
He was a
dynamic.
beta soy boy.
Oh yeah, boy, beta soy boy. All right. Number 9, Man-Bat. It's like I never thought Man-Bat was that.
It appeared in one episode.
Yeah.
I think. It says first appeared.
As season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, underwhelming.
Like I feel like
I'd put Poison Ivy ahead of Man-Bat.
Yeah, I agree. And then you got Clayface. Clayface was like I felt like he was a big part of the animated series.
100%.
Like, and you never knew what he was going to do.
Yeah,
really. And so it was
because he was made of clay, shapeshifter,
and he could do all sorts of stuff. And like it seems like every time Batman fought him, he couldn't figure anything out.
His tragic backstory as an actor who lost his identity added a huge amount of pathos. Clayface's episodes offer both visual spectacle and a poignant commentary on the nature of identity and loss. I mean, he didn't know his identity,
making him a very relatable villain.
I relate to Clayface. Put that on a T-shirt. I'd vote for him.
Clayface 2025. Not really, but all right. Now we're starting to get into some more serious. Penguin.
Yeah,
the Penguin. I always feel like it was good, and like they didn't overly do the yeah, like because I feel like a lot of the other things like like if you ever watch Gotham, where it's kind of like the prequel, where they have a lot of these guys in it, and like the guy who ends up playing Penguin, like he does a great job.
Yeah.
But, like, he almost becomes gangster-like.
Yeah.
And
I need to watch the Penguin show with Colin Farrell.
Yeah. I've
been meaning to watch that. Once again, it's on Max.
It seems like every time I see an article come out about it, they're always talking about the girl that was in
one of the
Mother.
one of the daughters, one of the other daughters for Carmine.
I think so. Like, it seems like she's just been kind of. It's like okay, like,
she's kind of taken
Is that going to be the next thing? Like, there's a spinoff for her.
Yeah, I've heard she's kind of stolen the show.
I'm blanking on her name, but
she
was in How I Met Your Mother, and she's done a bunch of great roles.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6, Scarecrow. Scarecrow is always creepy.
Dude, I mean, Scarecrow in the games is the scariest fucking like villain.
Well,
and
it's almost like they took the Scarecrow from the Christopher Nolan series.
Yeah. From the first one, from Batman, is it Batman Begins?
Batman Begins, but then he was briefly in Dark Knight as well.
Yeah.
And, like, he was creepy in there, and that was played by Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, God, what a great role
and
for
I
him,
feel
dude.
like, the animated series did a great job of pretty much taking him, not the animated series, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
took him and, like, incorporated him into it and made him, super
Anytime,
creepy.
like, anytime I play the Arkham games and it comes to a Scarecrow level, it's creepy as hell, dude.
Yeah. Well, I remember like in the first one, like you start walking down the hallway and
you're just like, oh shit, I'm hallucinating.
It turns into the alleyway.
Yeah.
And he just starts doing this like slow shuffle, and then all of a sudden you become young Bruce Wayne.
It's
just like,
it's so well done.
What is going on right now?
It's so incredibly well done.
Oh yeah. And you're like, all right, I want to go faster. I
want
to go faster.
I want to get done with this.
Like you can't walk faster. It's just like, but if you stop, you stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, God dang it. It's like, I just want to get through this. This is not cool.
I think Scarecrow is a great villain. I believe that Batman has the best villains of any superhero.
Oh yeah.
Across the MCU, across the DCU.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the superpower villains are super cool. Like when you start getting into not Mephisto, what's his name? Like Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Has some good villains. Superman, like,
I mean, the big one is Lex Luthor. That's it.
It doesn't even have superpowers.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like Zed, who is what is it, General
Zod?
Zod, sorry, not Zed, Zod. Like, who's supposed to be on his level and smarter than Superman.
Yeah.
And, like, they never really seem... The only time you, like... Even, like, when you look at movies, like, that he's done the most is the one with Henry Cavill. Like, where, like, basically destroy the planet.
Yeah.
Fighting each other.
Man, I really wish that they didn't fucking fire him as Superman, dude. Like, he got boned on that.
Yeah, but he's like, fuck it, I'll go do something else.
Yeah, because he's a nerd.
Oh yeah,
Like, he's a mega nerd.
he loves Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
He built during COVID, he built his own gaming PC.
Like, you're going to fire the guy who's, like, a mega nerd for,
Yeah.
like, one of the mega nerd roles that
Yeah.
people are, like,
and then he
in
went on and
love with.
played Geralt for The Witcher.
Yeah, yeah. And then they
he-
got fired from that role, too.
Which is weird. Like,
The dude's getting boned, and I don't know why. Because I think he's a great actor.
yeah, and he's done great stuff. So I think if you haven't seen the Deadpool Wolverine,
Of course. Oh, yeah.
I watched it a couple weeks ago with Jen. Like
What
we
are
had,
they?
like, a little movie night.
Cavalrine?
Cavalry. He's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, we're not going to do the same thing that those fucks over at DC did to you.
Oh, he said that those fuckers down the street did.
Oh yeah, those fuckers down the street, which kind of happened to him too,
Yeah.
because Ryan Reynolds was part of was
He
Green
was-
Lantern.
Yeah, he was.
and I enjoyed Green Lantern.
Yeah.
all the
it's-
CGI.
It's kind of
was-
camp. It's camp.
Oh, it's very camp, but the CGI was a bit much too. But I feel like he did a good job at playing
Yeah.
Hal, right?
So
All
after Scarecrow at number 6, we have Catwoman at number 5.
5, yes. Which there's if you know any of the sort of the dynamic,
It's
Bruce
yeah.
Wayne, Selina
give and take,
Kyle,
man. Yep.
Catwoman, Batman. There's always that whole relationship thing there.
So my dad got a cat 2 years ago, and
Selena, didn't he?
no, he sent a text out to my brother and myself, Geena, and I think my grandma and my aunt, and he's like, "Hey, I got a cat. Thinking about a name. What should I name her?" And my brother came up with Selena. The guy who's never read a Batman comic book in his life was just like, "You should name her Selena." And Dad's like, "That's a good name." And I'm just like, "That is a great name. Name her that." And he didn't. Her name's Sassy, which is a great name. If you she is
Sassy
a sassy.
Von-
She's a sassy cat,
Sassy Von Fancy Pants.
but it should have been Selena.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Number 4, then we got Mr. Freeze,
oh yeah, man.
which is solid, but I feel like
He's such a tragic story too,
oh yeah,
man.
and that's I was just getting to say. I saw an article recently, and I think I might have it saved where he, it seems like he.
How about a beer?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
I
Go
see
for
your.
it.
I see you. You got the.
Oh, it's my.
You got the
fidget
church
spinner.
key. I
It's
see that.
It's my fidget spinner.
Let's go ahead and use it.
But it seems like I think it's in the Absolute Batman. He might be kind of moving on away from trying to save his life. It's
About damn time, dude. She's
it's
dead.
It's there's one thing that he says. Apparently, he's like, maybe it's time to move on.
Yeah, you don't say.
That's a very
That's very
telling.
Yeah, that's very poignant.
yeah. All right, this is a stubby bottle.
This is stubby by.
It's an 11.2 ounce bottle too.
These
What the
goddamn
hell?
Europeans just round it up to 12 and make it easy for us Americans to drink.
Yeah, 330 milliliters.
Gross.
I don't know how to pour that in these.
I don't know how to count that.
Yeah, what's the count on that? 1 and a 2 and a 3. Oh no, it's not 3. It's tree.
Tree. And it's 1, 2, 3. Not.
I do this 3.
I think I do this.
You could do that too, and I usually go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't.
And that I've changed that because I used to do 3.
I used to do
where I grabbed
3.
my thumb and my pinky
Yeah.
together and held up 3 fingers.
But now I do thumb, index, middle for when I do 3.
3, yes. And I've changed it. I think I do that sometimes, but I feel like I've kind of gotten to the point where oh yeah, it's 3, where I kind of do the index and thumb together.
Yeah.
And I'll do the 3 sometimes I just pull my ring and pinky down though too.
And sometimes if someone orders 2 beers at the bar, I do the.
You want 2?
You want 2?
Yeah.
I do the pinky and the index.
Yeah, because you don't want to do super finger because that might be weird.
Maybe you want 2?
No, I'm saying you want 2?
Oh,
Where you hold up the middle finger and ring finger,
you want 2?
but you hold the other. You want 2? Hold up pinky and ring. 2,
What are you
right?
doing?
2.
You're making me uncomfortable.
2, right? I stuck the pinky and ring finger in my mouth and just held up those 2 fingers.
So what's this beer, Brian?
This is called Fix. It's a Helles, a premium lager beer. Fixed Helles beer is manufactured and bottled by Olympic Brewing, SA.
What you call me, SA?
Yeah, don't you know I'm loco? Ritsona, Evia, Greece.
Oh, out of Greece.
It is a product of Greece.
Wow.
Ingredients: water, barley malt, maltose, hops, yeast.
Maltose. Weird.
That's what it is, isn't it? Maltose.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Right.
Best before 7 of 25.
Ready to try Greco beer?
As long as we don't get too greasy with it. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
That's an interesting smell.
I didn't even smell this one
You
right
just
into
went
it.
straight into it, didn't you?
It is kind of dank.
I don't know if it's like dank, but it's got
It's kind of
pungent.
Yeah. It smells smoky.
Yeah.
It's a Helles, right? Or maybe it's just that's what it's called, Hellas.
But
I think it's just a lager.
it's a lager, but it's called.
I don't know if it's a
called
Helles
Fix
beer.
Helles.
Whatever the fuck that means.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. I like it.
It's super clear.
Yeah, that's
The
nice.
clarity is super. It's super clean.
It's a nice
Got
like
good-
golden straw color.
Got a good head retention to it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we're using a glass, so it might be a little.
Well, this is the proper glass for it though. So
It is the proper glass for it.
So
All right.
Mr. Freeze, for
So-
those of you who don't know, Mr. Freeze's wife.
Nora
Yep.
Freeze.
Yep.
So, which a lot of people like know that, but don't. Like, that would be a good, like, I feel like a good trivia question. Like, what is Mr. Freeze's?
And
or
it's not-
Victor
it's-
Freeze's
And it's
wife's
not
name.
Fries. It's not Victor Fries because it's spelled Fries.
Yeah, it's spelled Fries, but yeah, it's Nora is the wife's name. And I do like how in it was Batman and Robin, where they gave like Alfred that same disease.
Yeah.
And so then, like, it became this I'm trying to help you so you can help me aspect.
I mean, honestly, this is his villain story is great.
Oh, yeah.
Desperate to
it's
save his
probably the
terminally ill
saddest.
wife, he became deeply sympathetic, driven by loss and grief. His episodes were emotionally resonant,
Yep.
exploring themes of love, sacrifice, and vengeance. Yeah, I mean, what a great villain.
Well, and the picture that they're showing is like one of those iconic pictures of just Mr. Freeze where he's got his wife freaking
in a cryogenically
in a cryogenic
frozen tube
yeah.
thingy.
And then he's just on his knees freaking like just kind of
Despair.
despair.
It's
Yeah.
despair,
exactly.
man.
All right. Anyway,
Despair, that pair.
number 3, Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Which I
Another
mean,
crush.
She didn't even exist before the animated series.
No, they made her up for the show.
Yeah, and like one of the greatest things to come from the animated series.
100%.
And I mean, and she wasn't like she never really got her own villain arc. Like she did bad things,
Yeah.
but it was always more in the light of helping the Joker.
Well, she was just like, I think she was being gaslit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like,
It was definitely a toxic kind of.
Yeah,
and you
oh,
can kind
yeah.
of see that in the aspect of like when you watch Suicide Squad with Jared Leto as Joker
Yeah.
and Margot Robbie as
it's Harley.
well, Dr. Quinzel, right? Harley Quinzel is her name. But like she's a great character
Yeah.
in the series. And she rarely gets to do anything on her own. Like I think there was like one episode where she pretty much tries to go off and do something on her own and basically gets squashed
Yeah.
for trying to do her own thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. She was in a toxic relationship.
This one definitely like especially in the
Oh, dude.
fact for the animated series, that's Two-Face.
Man,
Two-Face was
what a great villain.
absolutely. And like I feel like in the Dark Knight, you know, where what was it, Aaron I'm blanking on his last name.
Yeah.
Where he was Harvey Dent, right? And then did
He was, I
became
really
Two-Face.
wish they would have done more with that.
like I feel like they didn't do much justice
No,
in
I,
there. Like all the focus was on Heath Ledger's Joker.
yeah. I think they should have brought him back for that third movie
Yeah.
because they nailed the visual
Oh yeah.
of him being Two-Face. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I remember like the reveal and I'm just like,
Oh my God.
this is so good. I hope they build more off of this. And then that was
Nope.
it.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
And then Pete Holmes built his take on it was great. He's like Harvey face,
Face.
scary face. Harvey face. Two-Face was just here with Scary Face. I need your help. He's like, what the hell? It's Scary Face.
He's back.
He's back.
So number 1
is obviously the Joker.
Yep.
Which, I mean,
Of course, man. It's Batman and Joker. Like, it's iconic. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, yeah.
It's sunrise, sunset. It's
pipe and a crepe.
It's
bong and a blitz.
Bong and a blitz.
You're smoking a pancake. I mean, and what really set that Joker off?
It's long socks and slip-ons
And New Balance shoes. What? white crew socks and New Balances.
Yeah.
But I think what really sells that is just Mark Hamill voicing him. Like, he made that character iconic.
Oh, man. No one can beat him. Of course, he's the number 1.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think that's, a question, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's our Batman stuff for the week.
Man. God, I love that show so much. I love everything Batman.
I mean, that was a good little article, and it was pretty solid.
That was good.
ranking, and there's a couple that, we said we don't really agree on.
Yeah. I would definitely put Poison Ivy above some people.
Yeah, well, and Clayface. Clayface, Killer Croc.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So, and we drop a couple people, but that was a good
list.
That was a good list. Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't realize, there was, 100 episodes or whatever?
Just in the first season alone, I think.
I think there was 60 in the first season.
Because it was only, the show itself, the animated series, I think was only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But then they did, I think they did a Batman and Robin series as well.
I mean, they've done a couple different things. We've talked about the spinoffs from
it.
So it ended up being 85 episodes.
Wow.
And so they only had 29 villains in 85 episodes.
Yeah, in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Gotham's got some problems, man. They got to figure some shit out.
Season 1 had 65 episodes, and season 2 had 20.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's impressive. Yeah, season 1 went from September 1st of 92 till September 17th of 93.
A whole year.
A little over a year and 65 episodes. That means there was a couple double
releases.
Yeah.
I'd imagine there's some 2-parter episodes, so.
Yeah. Because, it was just a weekday show. So, anyway. All right. Well, that was a good little episode.
Yeah.
We need to
always a good episode and we can incorporate Batman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we do our best, right?
Yeah.
I mean, now we got to go make...
we didn't talk about Legos, but...
We did not talk about Legos, and I got some Lego stuff saved as well.
Man, I can't believe we talked about one, but not the other. That's good.
Yeah.
We got on one of them.
It's progress. We're growing, right?
A podcast in progress.
Yeah.
Phrasing?
I said growing.
No, I heard. I was here when you said it.
You should hope so. At least physically you're here.
I think I am.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
That would be it. Well, a voice changer we need to try and do.
Oh, yeah,
Just
get the Batman.
voice.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. All right. Anyway,
well,
thank you guys. Oh, shout out to Jen has started.
Hey, thank you, Jen.
The show as well.
4 subscribers.
So we're at 4 subscribers.
All right.
So and then shout out obviously to Chad, Ellie, and Miranda as well.
Yep.
Ellie and Miranda will be back from their Italian trip.
From their Italy trip.
Italy trip, yeah. I have a little bit of envy.
Yeah, me too.
Trip.
Yeah.
That sounds super cool though.
Yeah.
I know they posted a couple pictures on the Mug Club page.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So hope they had a good trip, and but we always appreciate any followers, the subscribers, obviously.
Yep.
Even just downloading the show and giving it a listen. We always appreciate that as well, and make sure you share us with your friends, and we'll do better next time.
We'll definitely try.
Try to do better next time.
We'll try to do better next time.
Be gooder. Gudder.
With an umlaut.
Oh, yeah.
Gouda. Yeah.
Not Gouda, but Gouda.
Gouda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note.
On the note.
Ta-ta.
Cheers.